NetApp INSIGHT. Where does your power come from? What does it allow you to do? We know because we see its impact every single day. It fuels us, takes us to another level. It gives you the confidence to rise to every moment. Now is the time. We plug in and power up. Las Vegas INSIGHT 2024 is on and it's empowered. Yes, clap it up. Yes, absolutely, you can clap it up. Yes, fantastic. Let's kick this thing off. If there is anyone here who does not have a seat, please make your way to the Boulevard Ballroom. There is overflow seating for you there. Just make your way to the Boulevard Ballroom, and you'll be able to see all the action as well. Las Vegas, NetApp INSIGHT. Are you all ready? Make some noise. Let me feel you. There we go. Look at all these beautiful people. You all look amazing. Look at this whole crew right here. I love what I'm seeing here. Welcome one and all to NetApp INSIGHT 2024, the premier tech festival of the year, happening right here. My name is Mario Armstrong, and I'm so excited to be back with you once again at the MGM Grand as we kick off INSIGHT 2024. Now, for those of you who I have not met yet, by the way, let's fix that. Let's make sure that we meet. I'm an NBC technology correspondent, Emmy Award winner, columnist for Entrepreneur Magazine, and I host a podcast called Wake Up and Level Up. Super excited to be here, and I'm really been fascinated by the people that I've been meeting along the way. The first person I met was in the elevator from Austria, which was incredible. So all of you that have come from across the globe, let me hear you make some noise. And greetings to all the folks that are watching us on our live stream right now. Yes, that's right. Even those that can't be here with us in person will be able to still hear and enjoy all of this week's Keynote's presentations because they're all are available to watch online. Along with what you heard from Nick earlier, Snapshot, which is our live post-game show that's hosted by Nick Howell with recaps and commentary on all the day's content. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. Right now, we're kicking off NetApp INSIGHT 2024 with a blockbuster keynote, a deep dive into winning in the era of data and intelligence. And there's no better person to take us on that journey than the CEO of NetApp himself. People of INSIGHT, please make a big welcome to the headliner stage for George Kurian.
Thank you. Thank you, Mario, and a warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to NetApp INSIGHT. I want to thank you for the great work that you do with us, the trust and commitment you place in us, and especially for the time you spend with us here and back where we do the work that's important to you. If you're here for the first time, I hope you have an amazing experience. We have so much innovation and customer experience to share with you. Customers teaching you about how they use our technology, and all of our technologists demonstrating the hard work that we've done over the past year. And if you're here again, having been here before, thank you for coming back. This is going to be the best Insight ever. Before we discuss our strategy and innovation portfolio, I want to go back to last year and share a bit about what we told you then. You see, last year, we told you that we were the data infrastructure company and that we were integrating intelligence into our data infrastructure. And what we told you about the world that we operated in was that there were 3 keys to success. That digital and data-driven leaders were expanding their competitive advantage relative to those that weren't. We said that to be a data-driven leader, you needed to have a cohesive data strategy and organization. Operationally, you needed to treat data as a product. And technologically, you needed the foundations of a modern data architecture that was built on an intelligent data infrastructure, which allowed you the flexibility to transform the parts of your architecture that you needed to transform, while having the benefits of integration and evolution in the parts of your architecture that needed continuity. And we told you that NetApp was delivering the intelligent data infrastructure, combining unified data storage for any type of data, anywhere you choose to store it and access it, by any method, block, file, and object, for any workload. Truly unified data storage. We talked about the fact that we were investing in intelligence services, intelligence being built into the infrastructure, and intelligence about the data that resides on that infrastructure. And you will hear enormous amounts at this conference about our progress in that dimension. And we talked about solutions that integrate these 2 fundamental underpinnings with the world's most important applications and platforms, giving you transformational flexibility and simplicity at scale for all of your data, for all of your infrastructure, and all of the workloads that run on that infrastructure. So before I talk about the year ahead, let's talk about what has changed during the past year, because this has been a momentous year. Over the past year, we have seen enormous progress in the capability to understand and analyze data. Artificial intelligence made progress over many years, stepwise, understanding handwriting recognition, and then speech recognition, and then image and object recognition. But over the past few years, we have seen a breathtaking acceleration in its capabilities. It is almost capable of being able to understand, without human involvement, the domains in which it operates, as well as to independently switch domains. And the pace of improvement is absolutely profound. Today, you are able to build rich, immersive experiences, combining multimodal capabilities, as well as, importantly, be able to understand all of the data that resides in your enterprise. Not just the transactional data, but all of the unstructured data, which is typically 85 to 90% of your enterprise. The conversations across your teams, the conversations with your employees, the design blueprints that are typically locked away in documents of various types, the underwriting and risk policies that are actually implemented in the way you serve your customers. All of that data can now be structured and analyzed using the tools at your disposal. We are now in the era of data and intelligence. So now let's talk about what has not changed since the last year. What has not changed is the importance of data. It's actually become even more important, as we will talk about, how it's managed, protected, governed, and optimized. Because data is the foundation for intelligence. Without data, There's no intelligence. And we are in the third stage of the modern era of data collection and analysis. The first stage was to simply digitize data production so that you could actually take the outputs of business processes and make them computerized records. The second era was to keep a longitudinal history of that data. For a single business process, you could track trends and history across timelines. The third era, matching the capabilities of the tools that are available, is about unifying your data, analyzing a wide scope of data so that you can get differential insight. And to bring, for example, all of the data about your customers into one unified landscape. To bring all of the information about your suppliers and partners into one unified landscape. We talked about the importance of data as a product. It is even more true today. What has also not changed is NetApp's continued innovation at our fastest pace ever to help you build the intelligent data infrastructures that you need to thrive in the era of data and intelligence. This year, we broadened our all-flash storage portfolio with a new A-series lineup, expanded C-series and ASA products. We have significantly expanded the range of capabilities in cloud storage. We have woven intelligence for security and privacy and governance of your data into our infrastructure. And we have made it easy to consume all of this innovation the way you want. You see, at NetApp, data is at the heart of everything we do because we are the intelligent data infrastructure company. So now let's talk about the work that we've done and continue to do and how it will help you in the days ahead. Let's talk a bit about how we got here in the first place to this intersection point of data and intelligence. It began with the human interest in understanding our behavior and the behavior of populations around the world, as well as the need to codify those human behaviors. You see, the first large data set that allowed humans to understand how we behaved with each other was actually the census. And the first census was recorded in prehistoric times in Babylonia, well before the birth of Christ. The first modern census was implemented in Europe in the early 1700s to understand where populations were and to be able to tax them. Another important capability was the use of mathematical tools, now aided by computation, so that you could normalize and standardize all of this data so that you could first understand human behavior, draw insight from it, and then be able to predict the future. You see, the era of data and intelligence had its roots many, many years ago. And this has been a part of an enduring trend of progress in the amount of data that you can capture, in the tools that can be used to analyze that data, and the ability to draw insight from them. And so what I will tell you is that we stand at the juncture of two profoundly important capabilities that allows us to turn disruption into opportunity. And where we stand today is that we need this technology more than ever before. You see, the Nobel Prize-winning economist Michael Spence recently wrote a very thoughtful piece where he talked about the fact that the economic drivers that supported our growth over the last 3 decades face profound challenge, particularly the supply-side productivity gains that we have been able to all experience across the globe because of the emerging market economies providing ample labor pools is going to be dissipated over the next decade. We also have aging populations in the advanced economies that form 75% of the worldwide GDP. So we desperately need a tool to drive productivity gains, a general purpose tool like artificial intelligence. And we are blessed that supporting that tool are the underlying capabilities, enormous growth of data, and extraordinary progress in the pace of capability improvements of these tools. So let's hear about the opportunities that AI creates. You know, the AI opportunity is recorded in enormous numbers because of the nature of the tools being powerful, being general purpose, and being accessible by everybody using natural language interfaces. It is expected to deliver 50% automation and efficiency improvements for large classes of the work that we do. It is expected to transform the way we interact with each other. And more people are rapidly using these tools to derive data analysis and insights. A simple number will put it in perspective. $7 trillion of annual labor productivity improvements over the next decade. To put that in context, the worldwide GDP is about $100 trillion a year. The US GDP is about $25 trillion a year. A 7% productivity gain is astoundingly large. And to do it, not only the largest corporations should be able to take advantage of AI and data, but also every school and every hospital and every human being in every part of the world needs to have fair and easy access to these capabilities. And what you will hear from us and others in the industry over the next few days is how we are making that possible, how we are working with the industry to remove the challenges to the adoption of this technology. And so I want to invite first, through video, we'll have one of the industry leaders who was responsible to help catalyze the AI revolution across so many markets, so many countries, and so many parts of the global population. We have worked with Microsoft for many years to build joint solutions combining our technologies and the powerful tools that Microsoft has to offer. And I want to have you watch a video from Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft. Let's roll the video.
Thank you so much, George. It's great to join you at NetApp INSIGHT. We are in the midst of a massive AI platform shift, and it's the companies that are data-driven and AI-ready that will be best positioned to capture the immense opportunity ahead. That's why our long-standing partnership with NetApp is so important, and together we have delivered industry-leading data services and helped thousands of customers move their most mission-critical workloads to Azure. And it's great to see how we are bringing NetApp solutions together with our AI platforms and tools, including Azure AI and Microsoft 365 Copilot, to help our mutual customers drive their AI transformation. Thank you very much for the partnership, and enjoy the rest of the event.
The work that we do to help you succeed could never be done by us alone. And it is with that humility and the recognition that we can bring unique capabilities and partner deeply with the world's leaders that allows us to stand here and guarantee you the benefits of your data with the world's best intelligence. Azure NetApp Files, the unrivaled work of co-engineering between NetApp and Microsoft, was generally available in May 2019. And now, to mark the 5-year anniversary of Azure NetApp Files general availability, please welcome the president of Azure Core, Girish Bablani. Hi, Girish.
Hi, George.
Hi, Girish. Welcome to NetApp INSIGHT. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. And thanks to your team for the incredible partnership that we have had over the years. It's really a privilege to be here with you and your team, and it's a privilege to be here talking to our joint customers. I'm super excited about everything that we are doing together as we go forward in this era of AI.
You know, we've worked with your teams for a long time, and we're always interested, what do you at Microsoft see as the benefits of the partnership with NetApp, and what do our mutual customers tell you are the benefits of the collaboration?
Yeah, I'm super proud of Azure NetApp Files. Not only was its kind of only kind of service when it was launched, but even today, it ends up being the largest and the most well-established NetApp service in the public cloud. And what our customers really have been using and continue to use Azure NetApp Files for is moving their mission-critical workloads into the cloud. In particular, when the workload is super demanding, like Oracle or SAP, Azure NetApp File really kind of shines. Let me talk to you about one of our customers, joint customers, Coca-Cola Bottlers of Japan. So they have one of the largest SAP DB2 estates in the world, and they wanted to move it to the cloud. And they chose Azure NetApp Files, and they were able to do this migration in 5 months, just super quick, with 0 operational downtime. And 1 month into the migration, they saw 30% improvement in their TCO, 40% improvement in their application performance, and a whopping 90% improvement in their DR time. So huge success. And this is a good example of what all our customers tell us. When they want to see scalability, cost effectiveness, performance, and a secure data regime, they use Azure NetApp Files.
Thank you. Awesome story. Let's pivot a little bit to the future. We're integrating our technologies with the range of Microsoft data and AI applications. How can our partnership help companies tap into the power of AI in this era of data and intelligence?
Yeah, like Satya said, AI is going to fundamentally change the way companies and we all do business. And so it's super important and urgent for companies to be able to exploit the power of AI. And what they need is an easy way to do it. So to be able to do this effectively, you need a performant, secure AI platform, a way to access your unstructured data of all types, all temperatures in a cost-effective way, and an application platform that can help you gain the insights from the data and realize the value to the customers. So the work that our companies are doing together actually brings all of this together. So we are integrating the whole Azure AI stack and the whole Azure application stack with Azure NetApp Files, ONTAP, Cloud Volumes, and that basically lets our customers be able to use the leading models, have APIs to do training, inferencing, and of course, access to all the data that really powers the AI. Again, let me share a story of another customer. An automotive company is wanting to or has moved their autonomous driving workload onto Azure. Now, they are doing simulation, inferencing, and training. So when they were moving the workload, for autonomous driving, it's a huge data set. On top of that huge data set, they wanted to improve their deployment and also increase their development agility. And they chose Azure NetApp Files and were able to move onto the Azure cloud by using the large volumes, which let them compress their data sets into the smallest number of volumes possible and achieving their goals of improving the agility as well as deployment time. So great story, and I think all the customers here can also take advantage of the same thing.
Awesome story, combining data and intelligence, right? And so I'll just ask one final question, which is, what part of our work together are you most looking forward to?
Yeah, just staying on the theme of AI, I'm super excited by what we can do together to bring AI services, copilots, and data together. Personally, I'm a huge user and fan of the Microsoft Teams Copilot, which automatically takes notes, summarizes the meeting, action items, and for me personally is a huge productivity enhancer. So by the work that we do together, we can bring this capability to all our customers so that they can build intelligent AI assistants and copilots for their applications.
Awesome. Super excited. Girish, thank you for the partnership. Looking forward to another amazing year together.
Thank you.
Girish Bablani. We are super excited about the ability to bring the most sophisticated AI tools together with your data and to be able to help you transform disruption into opportunity. I want to take a minute and just share a little bit about what are the risks with AI. We talked about the opportunities. Now let's talk about the risks, right? Any powerful tool that's available to all of mankind has risks. Some of that's inherent in the tools, and some of that is inherent in the way we humans use those tools. And AI has its risks. One of the risks is that when you group data and try to draw insight from it, there is the tendency to have bias or to have the wrongful conclusions. In fact, some of the underlying mathematical capabilities that forms the foundation of many of the advanced analytic tools, clustering and regression analysis, was invented by a gentleman named Francis Galton, who is also, unfortunately, the creator of eugenics, the foundation of most modern racist ideologies. And so there is inherent in the nature of the work that we do some risks. Second, because data is important as the foundation for which AI operates, there are more people going after your data than ever before. If you look at the growth rates of data-focused attacks like ransomware, it is up 70% year on year. And over $1 billion of ransom have been paid out over the last year alone, according to independent analysts. And there are concerns about privacy and upcoming regulations. You see, it's important that you are ready to deal with these risks, to manage them, and to be ready to allow your customers to have confidence in the AI and data implementations that you run your business upon. And so we want to tell you a little bit about what it takes to win in this era. We talked about how we got here. We talked about the opportunities and the profound need that we have as a global population to embrace these technologies. We talked about some of the risks. So now let's talk about what it takes to win. When everybody has these enormously powerful tools available for use, using natural language, easy-to-use interfaces, what do you think are the keys to success? The first is your data and your data strategy and the way you provide access to it. Your unique enterprise data, wide in scope, unified across time and types, high quality, well-governed, first and most important. Second, the ability to use the AI tools with that well-managed data to draw insight. And the way that you are able to calibrate that is your deep understanding of your industry and the domains in which you operate. When everybody has the same base level of capability, your deep understanding of your industry is never more important. The third is an agile operating model to test, learn, and adapt so that you can pick a couple of domains and move these projects from the data science lab to production and to learn in return. And finally, a data ecosystem that complements your business ecosystem. We've always talked about the fact that you need complementary capabilities and value delivery systems in your business ecosystem. What you now need is complementary data capabilities and complementary data sources that enrich your data set so that you can apply the intelligence capabilities that are available for you. A data ecosystem to complement your business ecosystem. And so, I will tell you more about what we do to help you in these areas of trying to win. NetApp is focused on the first area, your data and your data strategy, and the tools that we can give you to make it easy to manage your data. But before I get into that, I want to tell you a little bit about how we at NetApp have made progress by unifying our data and how that has helped us to accelerate our business impact, our decision-making, and the progress in our business. And I'm going to roll a video by Mike Berry, our Chief Financial Officer, telling you about NetApp's own data-driven transformation. Let's roll the video.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Berry, NetApp's Chief Financial Officer. It's great to see so many of you out in Vegas for our Insight conference, and I hope you're having an awesome time. This week, you've heard about being data-driven and AI-ready can have an immense impact on your business. The productivity, the analysis, and the innovation available to your team can all increase exponentially. I'm here today to tell you that I believe that's right on target. Like many of you, we have undergone a significant transformation at NetApp, and I want to tell you about what we did and the outcomes. When I joined NetApp several years ago, we were operating as 3 different silos in terms of our data reporting: our storage business, our cloud business, and our Keystone business. This greatly impacted our operational efficiencies in a few ways. Number 1, our unmanaged data stores meant people were getting different answers to the same questions. Number 2, individual analysis of data meant we couldn't scale insights to the entire enterprise. And lastly, our legacy platforms couldn't process the increasing size of our data fast enough or support the new AI workloads. This clearly was not going to be sustainable as we continued to scale NetApp. So, George tasks us to help drive better alignment across our organization and enforce standardization and integration. Today, we have one data source that informs our entire business. Everyone is making decisions from the same set of data. As I like to say, we have one version of the truth. And the impact has been huge. Latency has been halved. We get to the right insights faster. Data hops have been reduced by 70%. We have better quality and more compliant data across every aspect of our business. Redundant data duplication has been reduced by 65%. This really helps with having a single source of truth across the entire enterprise. And perhaps most importantly, we are more agile and can innovate with new technologies like AI much more quickly and bring you, our customers, what you need from us to drive your business forward. So from everyone at NetApp, we absolutely believe that helping you unify your data will be a game changer for your business. We hope this gives you some useful information as you leverage intelligent data infrastructure to chart your own data-driven and AI initiatives. Thank you, everyone, for your time and your support of NetApp. And I hope you have a great time in Vegas. Enjoy the rest of Insight, and best of luck on your data journey.
I can tell you the benefits that we've seen under Mike's leadership around our data-driven business transformation have been profound. We can make better decisions. We can understand our business more intimately than we've ever before. You know, we talked about how NetApp is focused on helping you deal with your data strategy and change the challenges that you face with AI. So let's talk a little bit about what are the challenges that you might face as you embrace AI. You see, there's been a lot of discussion in the industry about the capabilities of the algorithms that form the foundation of large language models, for example. And there are brilliant scientists and engineers working to make those algorithms much, much, much better. What we have observed, conversely, is that there's little attention being paid to the readiness of your data to be used with AI. And we've also seen is that those that have well-governed and managed data, like regulated industries and life sciences and parts of enterprises where the data has been, for historical reasons, better managed, are able to derive benefits and use large language models transformationally much, much quickly. So let's talk about the data challenges, because to summarize, a big part of the AI challenge is a data challenge. How do I find, select, and unify the data I need to build an application? How do I govern sensitive data so that an app that uses AI cannot provide the data in a way that's inappropriate for a given user or purpose? How do I ensure that my data is fresh and accurate so that my models don't drift because of stale data, and so that my customers are always given the correct information using the latest breaking changes? Data challenge is a big part of the AI challenge. The second is that AI is complicated, costly, and time-consuming. And so let's talk a bit about that. Today, AI is being implemented by only some of the largest organizations, and it is being done as a silo with specialized infrastructure and completely disconnected from the data systems and operational systems where all of the data and intelligence that forms the foundation of intelligence in your enterprise exists. And that is a familiar problem. Because when we stood up here 10 years ago, cloud and on-premises data centers had the same chasm that exists today between your AI systems and your data systems. And what we told you then was that we at NetApp were going to work with the leaders in the industry to build a data fabric that makes the use of your data across all the public clouds possible and easy and seamless, and that we would integrate the public cloud into your IT architecture and operations so that you could take advantage of the flexibility, the agility, the innovation possibilities that exists on the leading public clouds while keeping your data secure and well managed. We told you that we would deliver the intelligent data fabric for the hybrid cloud era. And today, we are making you that same commitment, that very same commitment for the age of data and intelligence, that we will build you the intelligent data infrastructure that builds a bridge across the chasm that exists between your AI systems and your data systems, that allows you to manage your data in the way that it is supposed to be managed so that you can leverage it for insight and competitive advantage. Today, we are making that same promise to you, that over the next few years, you will have with NetApp the best intelligent data infrastructure for AI, bar none. I promise you that. So you might ask us, so how do we plan to do that? And let's begin by talking about how a modern AI stack works. This is a picture of a canonical analytics and AI stack. Whether it's generative AI or advanced analytics or predictive AI, it all follows the same steps, which is you collect data from a variety of sources, then you spend time conditioning it, unifying it, normalizing it, building structure on top of unstructured data, and then feed it into algorithms. And you take the output of those algorithms, and you either put a human-in-the-loop check or another check, machine-based check, before you feed it into users that deliver on the missions of your organization. 80% of the time is spent in that bucket called data conditioning. And you might say, wow, why is it that you spend 80% of your time on data conditioning? And it is because if you double-click on that bucket, it is a very complex picture with multiple steps. And NetApp's mission is to help you simplify all of that dramatically by bringing AI to your data wherever and however you want in a way that is intelligent, agile, attainable, and secure. Bringing AI to your data in a way that is intelligent, agile, attainable, and secure. And to do this, NetApp is delivering 3 transformative data innovations for AI. We will help you understand and manage your data for AI, bring AI to your data wherever and however, and deliver the power of AI efficiently and securely for your business and your customers. And you might ask, so how are we doing that? We do this by eliminating data silos and giving you a unified, structured view of your data assets so that you can easily explore, understand, and prepare your data for AI, all while leveraging ONTAP's proven resiliency, multi-tenancy, security, and robust data management features. Second, seamlessly deploy AI on data in place, on premises, on the public clouds, or anywhere in between. We will enable you to confidently scale your infrastructures with cutting-edge performance, effortless scaling when you need it, and most effective cost, and allow you to utilize your existing AI ecosystem tooling while leveraging NetApp AI features like integrated data versioning, model traceability, and highly efficient data retrieval for training and inferencing. And then the third, leverage policy-based classification, governance, and security that follow your data through the AI lifecycle, not just once, but all the time. We will enable you to have automated AI data change detection and updates so that your models will always have the freshest data and the most accurate data anytime, anywhere. Super proud of the work that our team has done to build the best underlying infrastructure for AI. You will see a robust data engine for AI, and intelligent data services for AI. And to just see that, let me introduce to you Krish Vithaldevara, Senior Vice President, responsible for NetApp's ONTAP software group and our AI technology portfolio. Please welcome Krish to the stage.
Thank you, George, and hello, everyone. How do you take this amazing vision George talked about and make it real? We do that by anchoring that vision in the deep understanding of the customer needs and getting those customer insights baked into the vision. We talked to 1,000+ customers. Many of you are in the room today. We talked and spent a lot of time deep diving with 100+ customers. We talked to tens of AI analysts who spend all their time thinking about and covering advances in AI. We used all of that to build a picture of common customer AI environment. And believe me when I say it, it's a complex picture. In one training cycle, the data gets copied over 7+ times. There are thousands of workflows, all of them copying, tracking the changes to the data, and 13+ tools used across the board. The vector databases explode 8 to 10 times as you go through this AI data and model lifecycle. You need to maintain privacy and compliance and security throughout this lifecycle. Our goal is to help you all drastically simplify this day-to-day complexity and significantly accelerate the desired outcomes. We want you all to walk out of this conference fully trusting NetApp to deliver and remove that complexity for you in those AI projects. So when we look across verticals, media and entertainment, financials, healthcare, EDA, and more, the customers' asks of NetApp intelligent data infrastructure have been pretty consistent. They want an infrastructure that scales economically while letting them fully leverage the AI-accelerated compute. They want an integrated data engine that can make their data AI-ready and bring AI closer to the data wherever and however they choose. The ability to access, move, process, and manage this data in a secure, private, and compliant way. They want this AI infrastructure to be inherently hybrid multi-cloud and is well integrated into the ecosystem so that they have the freedom to choose on their terms, right? It's all of you asking us that you want the freedom to choose on your terms. You have also asked us to provide you with an end-to-end solution that's so simple, all of us can feel like we are AI specialists, right? Okay, let's see how we can make that happen. So George just talked about how we plan to innovate in AI by solving the data problem that requires you to bust the data silos, that requires you to make your enterprise data AI ready, and that requires you to bring AI closer to the data, which means we have to innovate across the entire stack: infrastructure, data engine, and intelligent data services. Today, I will give you a sneak peek into our vision on how that innovation across the intelligent data services and the AI engine work hand in hand to take that complexity away. Tomorrow, I will go into detail on the best infrastructure for AI and the interplay of the data engine and the intelligent data services. Okay, so let's see that in action. First, we start with your data, anywhere and everywhere it resides. You already know the value of ONTAP in powering your data centers around the world, on premises, or in any of our 1P native offerings in Microsoft or Amazon or Google. So we are building that unified global metadata namespace. This will provide you with an easily synthesized, single, unified global view of the data. You'll be able to put structure over this data. You'll be able to synthesize your data across all your data assets and have all of that metadata seamlessly brought together to create a complete view of your entire NetApp data assets. File or object, structure or unstructured, ONTAP or storage grid. So let me demonstrate what you can do when you bring that power to your fingertips. So most of you will recognize this as BlueXP, our hybrid multi-cloud control plane. We have pre-populated this with various ONTAP data sources. And we built the new Data Explorer capability directly within BlueXP so that you get to explore all your data using the simplicity and familiarity of BlueXP. Within the Data Explorer, you are able to see at a high level what working environments are being scanned. You get to see how many files, how many object streams, how much storage has been synthesized, and what's your global metadata namespace made of. You can go directly and start exploring and searching your data using natural language queries. For today's demo, let's put ourselves in the shoes of a data scientist in the healthcare industry. Here, you will see all the files related to the AI project that they are working on. Because we are using AI, we can actually go in and quickly find all the files that actually have content that is about or related to diabetes. Of course, you can look up by file names and strings, but the power of Explorer goes way beyond that. You can also set a variety of additional filters based on the metadata. In this case, we have set the filter to only include the files that have been accessed in the last 3 years. Let's double-click on an individual file and see what are the specifics of this metadata we are talking about. You will see common file information or file attributes like location and size. You will also see user attributes and system attributes. You can also use extended attributes. You will see information we have synthesized based on our data classifiers, like analyzing, identifying any PII information within the file. You can drill directly into the permissions of the file so that if there is any PII information, you get to choose based on your policy posture to whether to include the file or not, right? This is incredibly important in determining which models and which inferencing workflows have access to what data. So you're taking your investments in security, policy, permissions, all the way from bottom of the stack to the top and to the prompts. With the right permissions, you can see the preview of the file right in the Data Explorer. You will notice that there are some text fields in here that have PII data. And via a configurable policy, you can automatically anonymize multiple of these fields that are displayed. OK, so we have built a unified global namespace with a powerful natural language data explorer on top. What's the tie to AI? OK, let me show you a neat trick. I'll go ahead and select the files that we have found through our natural language query and filters. Let's add these files into an existing or new collection. The data collection in the enterprise data are the data that's used by the models for inferencing prompts. This is how you make enterprise data available for retrieval augmented generation or RAG pipelines. This new data collection can be static, as in given a set of files, make that a collection, or even better, dynamic, by using the query and filters to create a constantly updated collection of data. Given all the changes are tracked in our global metadata namespace through technologies like Snapdiff, we can instantly update the RAG enterprise data collection as things change. Data and AI operations are expensive: compute, power, and just the raw storage. So the ability to operate only on the differences is incredibly important. You want to do expensive data and AI operations only on the changes and not on all the files all the time. OK, now that we have created our dynamic data collection, let's put it to good use. We're going to deploy this data collection directly to a NetApp AI data node, or NetApp AI pod, or your choice of any inferencing system. So let's choose one of NetApp AI data engine nodes to deploy this data collection to. Once deployed, we take care of everything. Remember, we are removing complexity here. You can hop right in and begin using it for data experiments. And if you're an API person like me, don't worry, we have you covered. We provide you with a rich set of APIs so that you can point this collection to any data science tool of your choice to access on demand. So with this kind of powerful natural language-driven data discovery tools, with the right APIs, we are transforming data discovery of our largest customers, including some of you in the room. Your enterprise data is now AI-ready and is integrated into your AI data pipelines with ease. Not only that, you can ensure that the data you're using for your AI applications is always accurate. Remember, George talked about the changes and keeping the data fresh and accurate. It's an incredibly big part of the value prop here. The security and policy posture of your enterprise data that you have spent decades building can be inherited and expanded as you go through your AI and model lifecycle. It includes model training and tuning, right? So we will not only make your data enterprise AI ready, but we will also bring AI to your data by integrating all of these data smarts in place wherever the data is. OK, so let me quickly recap. As George told you, we are delivering 3 transformative data innovations for AI. The first one is helping you effectively understand your enterprise data and letting you manage it by providing structure over unstructured data. The second one, we are bringing AI to your data by making your data AI-ready, in place, through inferencing. We are also delivering the power of AI efficiently and securely through ONTAP's proven data lifecycle features. So, tomorrow morning at the keynote, we'll take an even deeper dive into the product innovations directly related to our AI infrastructure vision. We also have deep dives, meet the expert sessions, customer testimonials, and solution demos. So please take advantage of those. With our intelligent data infrastructure, NetApp is ready to help you on this transformative AI journey. So let's bring back George. Thank you.
Hey, Chris. Super excited. All of the work that we've been doing around building the best data infrastructure for AI, integrating intelligence about your data and intelligence being built into your infrastructure. And tomorrow, you will hear how we're building the best distributed systems architecture that ever existed. So go to the technical sessions tomorrow. I want to thank Krish for his leadership of our AI journey so far, and you will see him more tomorrow. I think one of the things that Krish talked about is that you could apply these capabilities not just for the AI landscape, but for all of your unstructured data, whether it's for EDA workloads, or whether it's for media and entertainment use cases, or where you want to be ready for the era of data and intelligence by unifying all of your data, structured and unstructured, wide in scope, unified in type and time. One of the things that Krish talked about is that having intelligence about your data allows you to be ready for the era of AI. And one of the things that I shared with you is that we have observed that industries and teams that are particularly good at structuring their data and managing it effectively are well positioned for the use of the transformational power of generative AI and AI in general. One of those industries that we have been profoundly humbled to be a part of is the pharmaceutical and life sciences industry, where the history of building disciplined data management allows them to apply the tools of artificial intelligence today to drive differentiated insight and to make the world a better place. Johnson & Johnson is an organization redefining healthcare, connecting the best of health and care for every provider, every patient, everyone. They're leveraging state-of-the-art, rigorous science, data, and technology to address the most complex diseases of our time, including oncology, immunology, neuroscience, and others. We're going to talk to one of their leading practitioners, one of those industry transformers herself. But before we do that, let's roll a quick video.
AI is a frontier full of possibilities, and Johnson & Johnson is imagining all the amazing things it can do. The company is committed to redefining healthcare, connecting the best of health and care for every provider, every patient, for everyone. That's why Johnson & Johnson recognizes the potential of AI and has integrated it across a wide range of applications in pharmaceuticals, biotechnology, and medical technology. Every team is required to have its own Gen AI project to stay ahead of the curve, the kind of innovative goal that requires innovative technology. J&J has embraced a hybrid cloud AI strategy, supported by NetApp ONTAP and other solutions. The shift has been transformational. Their Domino Nexus AI environment has lowered costs and optimized GPU usage. The seamless movement of data on-prem and in the cloud is also accelerating R&D, ensuring Johnson & Johnson won't be slowing down anytime soon when it comes to improving health and care for all.
Please welcome Director of Data Science at Johnson & Johnson, one of those real innovators, a practitioner and a transformer who has experience with machine learning and generative AI, large language models and graph databases, and any other fancy term you might use. She combines these capabilities with data and clinical trials to accelerate drug discovery and make lives better. Please welcome Monica Jain. Monica, welcome to NetApp INSIGHT. Thank you for the work that you've done with us and for the work that you do to make the human condition better. Tell us a bit about your role at Johnson & Johnson and how J&J has been using AI, and what's your future vision for AI?
For sure. So as the Director of R&D Data Science team at J&J, I lead our data strategy and Gen AI initiatives. My role specifically involves driving the integration of advanced AI and data science methodologies to transform how we manage and utilize the data across the organization. You ask about how at J&J we have been leveraging AI. So it's to enhance our decision-making, optimizing R&D processes, and accelerate data discovery and the development, right? So how AI is at the core of our efforts to bring innovative solutions to the patient faster is where we are looking forward to at J&J.
We are super excited at the possibilities for personalized medicine and the ability to build really effective, clinical trials, processes, and methodologies, because we know we live in a world that needs that. What challenges do you face when optimizing your data for AI, and how have you tried to solve them?
Yeah, so optimizing our data for AI specifically presents several challenges, right from particularly around data quality, integration of those different data sources, accessibility, and especially governance. Being in the healthcare industry, it is very important, right? At J&J, we deal with diverse data set coming from multiple different sources, including clinical trials, research studies, and real-world data, right? So our primary challenge, how to ensure that the data is clean, standardized, and ready for AI consumption. It's an essential piece when we are talking about AI. Poor data quality can lead into significantly impact the performance of all our AI models, right? Leading to inaccurate outcomes, which can impact our patients' lives, right? So it is very important to have the standard and clean data. Another key challenge is the data silos. So we have data coming from different departments, systems, integrating it to the unified, accessible, format of AI application can be very complex, especially in the R&D world, right? Additionally, what we are also facing the challenge around privacy, data privacy, and security, especially in a highly regulated industry like, any industry, healthcare industries. That adds another layer of complexity. So which is to address these challenges, we are trying to implement hybrid solutions, which is how hybrid cloud strategy that allows us to leverage the strength of both on-prem and cloud environments. Yeah.
It's amazing, for an industry where the data quality is so important and the privacy and security is so important. I'm super impressed with the fact that you'll have thought about a hybrid architecture.
Yes.
So that you can accelerate innovation. How does hybrid cloud play a role in your AI infrastructure strategy?
Our strategy for AI, infrastructure at Johnson & Johnson is centered around flexibility, scalability, and especially security, which are crucial for supporting the diverse and evolving data needs for the data scientist and AI application. Cost is another area where we are focusing on keeping our infrastructure divided, which basically we have adopted a hybrid cloud approach as a backbone of our AI infrastructure, allowing us to harness the benefits of both, right, private and public clouds. This strategy also is enabling us to optimize resources like manage cost, as what I'm saying, manage cost effectively, because in cloud it can go, uncontrolled, and ensure data compliance while maintaining the agility to how we can scale AI initiative very quickly, right? The whole hybrid cloud model plays a very pivotal role in our strategy by providing the flexibility to deploy our workloads in the most suitable environment as different use cases may require. Yeah.
We've talked about the world being hybrid for a long time, and AI seems to be the quintessential use case that drives hybrid adoption because of the pace of innovation of applications. You don't want to fall behind,
No,
right? And so, how do you see NetApp helping you with these decisions as you think about what do you want to keep on-prem, what do you want to keep in the cloud, the flexibility that we enable you to have?
Yeah, before that, where we can actually reach out to NetApp, the hybrid cloud strategy at Johnson & Johnson, we are also trying to evaluate by ourselves that what we should keep in on-prem, what are the data and workloads to determine the optimal placement between on-prem and the cloud environment. That's where I think we are taking help of NetApp for sure to identify how we can secure our data. For example, the highly sensitive data such as clinical trial information, patient records, for example, and any other critical data subject to stringent regulatory requirements, we prefer to keep it on-premise, right? And this approach allows us to maintain very tight control over security. Compliance and data governance is the key piece, ensuring that we meet all our industry standards and protect our patients' privacy. On the other hand, that we are moving less sensitive, high volume, and compute-intensive workloads to the cloud. So this includes our data used in large-scale AI to model training and analytics, and machine learning experiments where the scalability, flexibility, and our advanced computational powered, the cloud provides significant advantage. NetApp, we are utilizing NetApp to help, certainly to manage cost, to have divided loads over here and there. Data mobility is the key piece, is what we are, but there are multiple such solutions we are trying to look into.
Awesome. It's so gratifying to see the work that we started a long time ago with this belief that you want to unify and manage your data and make your data infrastructure, hybrid cloud and well integrated,
yes,
is coming to play out for all of you. So thank you for your insights. Thanks for the great work you do and for the help you've given us to learn more about your business and to be able to innovate on your behalf.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm so humbled by the work that we are able to help organizations like Johnson & Johnson do. And we would never be able to do that without the humility to learn from them and the willingness to partner with others that help build a better solution for the customer. Monica mentioned the use of NetApp services on the cloud to help her accomplish her data-driven AI outcomes. And so let me introduce another guest who knows a thing or two about cloud and AI. Please welcome Matt Wood, Vice President of Artificial Intelligence Products, Amazon Web Services. Hi, Matt.
Hello there.
Welcome to NetApp INSIGHT. I remember the first NetApp presence at AWS reInvent in 2012, where I was at the booth, and we were so excited to see how the partnership between us and AWS could help really solve customer problems. We've spent a lot of time working with you all around a variety of capabilities, and 3 years ago, we announced the general availability of Amazon's FSx for NetApp ONTAP service. AWS has a comprehensive AI strategy all the way from chips to applications. Could you please describe for our clients what are the most important AI use cases you see people taking on and your strategy for AI?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. I was there in 2012 as well, so I actually walked past your booth, so thank you. It's a pleasure to see you all. Good evening, everybody. It's my opinion, and I think I probably share it with a lot of you, that generative AI is probably the single largest shift in how we're going to interact with data and information and each other, probably since the advent of the very, very earliest internet. And organizations that invested in the early internet, like Amazon.com 30 years ago, went on to experience pretty tremendous growth in the intervening 30 years. And it's my guess that all of you that are investing in generative AI today are going to experience multiple Amazons of growth in the next 30 years, maybe even sooner. The big use cases that we see kind of fit into 3 main buckets. The first is those that really want to get into the weeds of building and optimizing their own large language models, machine learning models, and artificial intelligence models. And there we make available a pretty broad set of accelerated chips, some from our partners like NVIDIA, some that we build ourselves at Amazon, called Trainium and Inferentia, designed to accelerate the inner loop of machine learning for training and for predictions, and to deliver by far the lowest cost per dollar and the lowest cost per watt for machine learning training on AWS. And that's really where part of FSx comes in. You really want to be able to get the data onto those chips, onto those accelerators as quickly as possible to be able to build these remarkable models and to be able to use them with your own data when you're running predictions against them. So that's deep in the weeds for the data science teams. We also make available a service that we call Amazon Bedrock, which makes available a range of different pre-trained models, such as anybody can pick up a model and start building it inside their own applications going forwards. So we believe that there's no one model to rule them all. So we have a range of 32 different foundation models. We make it super easy to evaluate them and pick the one that works well for your organization and for your use case. And the goal there is to really be able to fit your use case against the model. And there you can lean into the model's advantage, whether it is price performance or latency or intelligence, and find and mix and match the right model for your mission. And then finally, we make available a set of applications for those that don't want to futz around with models. They just want to be able to use the application with their knowledge workers, with their support teams, whatever it might be. And there you can just turn them on and start using them with your own data very quickly and very, very easily. So those are the three main use cases that we see.
You know, we launched Amazon FSx for NetApp ONTAP in September 21, and we are seeing accelerating joint innovation, service growth, and records for the service each quarter. What do customers tell you about why they choose our joint solution?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think the number one thing we hear time and again is just security. There is a lot of customers, when we're working with them, when they start along their generative AI journey, they have this schism in their mind. And I can understand where it comes from, that in order to be successful with generative AI, they have to make some negative trade-offs as it pertains to the confidentiality and security and privacy of their data. And what we found is that working with FSx and ONTAP and the work that we're doing at AWS, that just isn't the case. We do not use any of the data that flows through our paid AI services to improve the underlying models, and you get full visibility over what data gets used where. And so it's just a very different model from some other folks. And so security, it's job zero for us at Amazon. It's job zero for all of you. And so that is really where it kind of begins and ends for a lot of folks. We also see just the raw performance being incredibly important, both for model training, when you want to be able to get very, very large data sets onto the accelerators to train the models, but increasingly for inference as these workloads start to move into from prototypes into production. The majority of the workloads actually start to move into inference. You may train your models once a month, but you're going to run tens of thousands or even millions of predictions against those models every single day. And so having the right way of getting the right information with the right security, with the right performance characteristics into those models to start working with them, super, super important. And then building on that, the final piece is just resilience. These workloads, as they start to move from early experiments and toys that people get very excited about to workloads that are proving to be very, very useful, that move to the very center of a lot of organizations, like we were hearing from J&J, resiliency of those workloads is paramount because they're going to sit at the very core of the business. So those three pieces are what we do most often.
Couldn't have a better endorsement of our technology. Earlier this year, AWS published a framework for integrating FSx for NetApp ONTAP with Bedrock, Amazon Bedrock. Can you tell us, how these new capabilities, they could take advantage of that?
Yeah, for sure. I think there's most customers that we speak to, they're moving very deliberately down their generative AI journey. They're starting with early experiments, they're moving to prototypes, moving into production. There are some customers that I've spoken to that have gone all in on AI. They've retasked thousands of their engineers over a weekend to focus exclusively on generative AI, moving very, very quickly. But without having to go all in, there is a group that is moving kind of faster than the average. And counterintuitively, it's actually the regulated industries. Financial services, insurance, healthcare, life sciences, manufacturing, those sorts of areas where the compliance with those regulations that maybe felt like a bit of a headwind at times for those organizations have actually driven the right set of behaviors to be successful with generative AI quite quickly. It's all around the unsexy stuff of governance. Well, I think it's pretty sexy, but the governance, privacy, the policies, all of those parts where you know what quality data you have, who can use it, what services it can be used on, and what it can be used for. Putting all that in place has already been done by a lot of these organizations, and as a result, the generative AI piece is actually a relatively small incremental lift, and they're able to move much more quickly as a result. In addition to that, as I'm sure many of you in this room, these organizations have absolutely huge volumes, petabytes, if not exabytes, of privately held text data. This is information which the models have never seen before, and which is, clinical trial reports, market research, financial reports, all those sorts of things. And generative AI today is really great at looking inside that information and starting to find correlation, find areas which are similar, create summaries, and almost as important, find areas where there's disagreement. And so being able to run those workloads quickly and easily means you can move very, very quickly. And as a result, most of these organizations that have had to sit on the sidelines a little bit with their digital transformation journey, as they've been looking at other industries like media streaming and hospitality and travel that have been completely revolutionized with the internet, they're looking at generative AI to not just catch up, but to actually leapfrog ahead.
You've had a couple of really important points there, Matt. Is that your call to action? Get your data ready. We've got people that in our audience that are responsible for the unstructured data assets of most of the world's large organizations. And if you had one call to action for them to get ready for this, transformative set of possibilities, what would you say to them?
Yeah, for sure. I think number one is to just get your data in order. The way in which these models operate mean that you can take all of the data that you already have and start extracting some of the latent value from that information. There's low-hanging fruit across all of that data, and to be able to very, very quickly and safely and responsibly start to inspect that information in new ways is going to open up just myriad new opportunities going forwards.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for the work that we do. Thanks for coming to NetApp INSIGHT.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt Wood. So you heard from us about the era of data and intelligence. We said that this has been hundreds of years in the making, but we stand today with unprecedented possibility because of the enormous progress in technology and data to help improve the human condition, to satisfy our ever yearning for understanding, for insight, and the possibility of predicting the future. We said that the keys to success in this era are your data and data strategy, your unique enterprise data, wide in scope, unified across time and types, high quality, well-organized, well-governed. Deep domain insight, knowledge of your industry, your functional domain, so that you can combine the possibilities of machine intelligence and your data in the most relevant way to make your business and organization successful. We talked about the operating model of being able to treat data as a product and be able to test, learn, and adapt quickly, and the importance of building a data ecosystem to complement your business ecosystem. We said that at its core, the main challenge with AI is a data challenge. And the fact that there is a deep chasm between siloed AI systems and enterprise data systems. And you heard that not only from us, but from all of our guests today. And we talked about the fact that just like we did in cloud, NetApp will bridge the chasm that exists between your AI systems and your enterprise data by bringing AI to your data. We are delivering the intelligent data infrastructure for the age of data and intelligence. This helps you bring AI to your data wherever and however you want in a way that is agile, attainable, and secure. And to do this, we're delivering 3 transformative data innovations for AI. Effectively understand and manage your data for AI. Bring AI to your data, wherever and however you want. And deliver the power of AI efficiently and securely for your business and outcomes. These innovations have been the work that we have pursued for many years because we have always believed in the importance of unifying your data for competitive advantage rather than keeping it in silos. We have always believed in the possibility of connecting your data with the innovation capabilities wherever and whenever they may exist. And you should have that expectation of any of your data infrastructure providers, that they might build the roads and bridges to take your data to the places that you want them to be taken. Tomorrow, you'll hear from Harv Bela, Haiyan Song, and our senior product leaders about innovation, the awesome innovations we are delivering across every single aspect of our intelligent data infrastructure portfolio, from unified data storage to intelligent services to solutions for enterprise workloads and AI workloads on premises and in the cloud or anywhere in between. And on day 3, Cesar Sanuda, our president, together with leaders from our go-to-market organization and partners, will tell you about how we are bringing enablement, capability, and skills to enable you, our customers, to be successful. Don't miss it. I hope you have a wonderful NetApp Insight. Together, we commence the journey into the era of data and intelligence. Thank you for being here. God bless.